Welcome, everybody, to the ReactCAST. We are joined today by Joe, Nicole, and our wonderful producer, Abhi. Yeah. We're going to hear all about Abhi's life growing up in the UK, and maybe he was a monk? Hold on.
Excuse me?
What?
For a little bit.
Yes, for a little bit. We're also looking at some epic commercial blunders, times that brands went a little too far, a little controversial. We apologize in advance.
I can think of 20 right now.
Yeah, right.
I have a really crazy game for them that maybe they're going to suck at, maybe they're going to be great at. We will see. Nicole's nervous for this game.
I'm so nervous. I'm not going to do well.
That's okay. And then at the end, we got a words from Anthony that you do not want to miss because it's Anthony and we love him so much.
Oh my God.
And he loves him so much.
He loves him so much.
Let's love him together.
Let's love him.
Here we go.
Let's go. No, I mean, I'm happy to be here. Kevin asked me last week, and I was like, oh, I get to be on the podcast because I feel like, by the way, this is my first ever podcast.
Dude, everybody.
Second person in a row. First ever podcast.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'll do, but...
Are you nervous?
I don't know. I feel like it's less nervous because it's just you guys, and I like you guys.
That's
fun.
Wow.
Yes! Speaking of stereotypes, Joe, this episode is going to involve some stereotypical things involving brands that went too far. Okay. Brands that tried something new and it failed miserably.
Like the British Empire.
Oh,
okay.
Wait a second.
I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I'll be coming in hard, throwing shade.
I'm sorry.
Throwing shade at the homeland.
Damn.
I'm British and I'm Indian. It's a really
I know we're
hard,
gonna get to this because I'm very interested in that. First thing though, I want to jump into one brand thing that happened that I'm hoping that you guys remember. What?
I'm sorry. Theme song?
Well,
I wanted a theme song.
We don't have to do that.
Nicole,
theme song?
I love the theme song.
I've not heard the theme song.
Abhi hasn't heard the theme song?
You haven't heard
really
the theme
good.
song? All right. Turn up my snare. You feel that? It's a podcast. We're on a podcast. And we talk fast on this podcast. You want that? Yeah, the podcast. We're gonna talk fast on the podcast. Talking too fast. Ass. Don't pass. Wow. Could you listen to the podcast in the ReactCAST? That one was okay.
That was good.
That one was okay.
Wait, you made that up completely?
Yeah, that was okay.
Wow, that was good improv.
I relied a little bit on a little bit, but I'll get there. We're getting better each week. We're getting better.
I don't know, man. That one didn't get it for me. That one didn't hit.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why. It seemed like you were using the exact same lyrics from last
100%. However, here's the thing. The key about getting things into people's minds, if you want to create change, if you're an activist, you got to repeat.
You're right.
That's why Donald Trump repeats all the same stupid shit all the time.
Like?
All the time.
Are we going down that road? Okay.
No, we are not.
Well, I see if you're talking about marketing and brands and commercials, that is the point
true.
of a commercial.
Repeat.
Yeah.
So everybody listening right now knows they're on a podcast, but they also know...
They know that they're on a podcast that is available on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon,
Yes.
and YouTube. But you could subscribe to us on all of those other platforms and listen to us in the car.
And even if you do use YouTube as your primary platform, do us a favor then. We're asking for a solid. Go to those platforms, give us a review, give us some stars and stuff, because that helps us get this in our words and Abhi out to the rest of the world that doesn't know this exists in audio form.
We need Abhi out there.
Yes, we do.
Also, if you can, leave us a review.
Yes,
Do it.
please. Reviews are wonderful.
Let us know what you like, what you don't like.
Don't bring back Abhi.
No. All right, back to this brand thing. I'm hoping that you guys remember this. I'm going to form it into a question for you guys, okay?
Okay. What if we don't know it?
Then you say, I don't know.
Okay, fair.
On March 8th, 2021, Burger King posted a tweet.
Oh.
It was not a good tweet. What was that tweet?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you a hint if you need it.
I have a thought.
You have a thought?
I have a thought.
I have somewhat of a
It
thought.
was an international day that they tweeted.
Yes. I remember it.
Right?
I have no idea.
I mean, you know what March 8th is, right, Nicole?
Oh. You can say
You
it.
know what March 8th
What is
You can tell her.
It's International Women's Day. You need me to mansplain that to you? No. I'm not like the guys. I'm not.
Joe might be the only one.
Days.
That's so many days.
Wow, I'm surprised you don't remember this, though.
No, and my answer's a total joke.
Why don't you just say yours, Joe, if you have one?
Well, before you told me it was International Women's Day,
dang.
I was going to say #mega, and it was going to make America grill again. But now I'm going to say make America girls again. Did they do that?
No.
Wait, but yeah. I mean,
Any other guesses?
I feel like I remember seeing something like this, but.
All right, I'll tell you guys. It was simply women belong in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I remember that. Yes, of course.
Really?
Yes, you don't remember this?
No.
Yeah, so they tweeted out on International Women's
That's
Day,
insane.
women belong in the kitchen, period, with no other context. Immediately, of course, it was hit with like, what the hell are you doing?
Wait, what was their strategy? Did they explain it?
The strategy was, quote, our aim was to draw attention to the fact that only 20% of professional chefs in the UK kitchens are women, and to help change that by awarding culinary scholarships.
Okay.
Interesting.
So the was the mind like retroactively in a good place, or was it proactively in a good place? Like, how do we clean this up? How do we scholarships? Give scholarships.
So a lot of these that we'll talk about later, it seems like it was, this is a great idea, and then immediately when they get the backlash, it's, we need to back this up and walk this back as fast as we can.
Surely they have like hundreds of millions of dollars of funding and people who are thinking about this.
This is what we need to talk about once we get into it, because it blows my mind that some of these things get through the cracks of the amount of people.
Ooh, it's all about the cracks.
Also,
friends.
who was responding to that tweet? Was it people in the UK or US?
I think it was everybody.
Okay.
It was everybody. Because I remember seeing that blow up back in the day.
That's so crazy to think. Like, don't worry. They're going to go from A to B to C to D. We don't have to worry about it. They're going to know. It's the internet. Trust us. They're all smart. Nobody's going to overreact. There's going to be no anger. We're Burger King. We're Burger King.
Burger King's an interesting place. They got a lot of stories. They got a lot of controversies.
I mean, it is just the strategy of shock advertising. Say something outrageous that gets people's attention, and it's like, okay.
It works.
Boom, 3 years later, we're talking about it. Burger King wins again.
Still on it. Okay. But before we get into more brands, more craziness that happened, I just wanted to talk a little bit with Abhi because, quite honestly, me and Abhi haven't been able to hang out a ton since I've started here. You guys are a nice little trio. You guys have been working together for a while.
What's our trio name?
What is your trio name?
Janol.
Janol.
Najobi.
Najobi works.
Najobi.
Yeah, we're a ninja.
Najobi the ninja. Abhi.
Yes.
You have an English accent, and we love it, and we love that you're on this podcast because I guarantee you we're going to get 1 million listeners because of this accent that you have.
Yep. Just read us bedtime stories.
Right.
I have a confession. It's fake.
Or
it's
or
not,
just like slowly read us 50 Shades of Grey.
That's nice. But what's like your background, Abhi?
So I made a joke about the British Empire. I don't know if that's going to get cut out, but I am from the UK. So I was born and raised there. I lived in London and lived there my whole life. Okay. But of course, I'm also Indian. So what happened was the British left India, and my parents' generations were like, "We're coming with you." Oh. And it was kind of like it was a bit of an identity crisis growing up. And am I British? Am I Indian?
Because you were first generation British.
First generation British, exactly. Okay. So my parents were like...
How old were you when the move happened?
I was before I was born.
Before you were born.
So as in, I guess it's not first generation.
Isn't it? Like if your parents move to a place and you're born, you're first generation, right?
Doesn't that make me second gen?
That's second.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I thought it was if you were born on the land.
I guess I'm first generation born on the land, second generation British in general.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I went to a boys' school, which is, it sounds like a very British thing.
Did you have uniforms?
I had uniforms. I wore a green and black tie.
Did your legs look good in those skirts?
They did. I wore some shorts. And, of course, the blazers, the uniform. It was interesting. And it's not as crazy as... It's not like a boarding school.
No.
It was quite a a regular thing, having just same sex, same gender schools.
Did you guys have like the sister school that you would pair up with
Correct.
for dances and stuff like
For
that?
dances, for sailing trips, for ski trips.
Sailing trips.
We were like, the hormones were like hormoning.
While you're sailing.
And we used to meet up every Tuesday, like secretly in the park. What?
With girls?
With girls from the sister school.
Scandal.
Where it was like, everyone was trying their tricks, and we were like 12, 13
Yeah.
years old, so it's kind of like, come
By
on.
tricks, you're making me think like magic tricks.
Yeah, I was going to say, what were your owl scores?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Where did you go to uni?
Uni, that's correct, because we don't call it college. I went to uni. I went to CAST Business School. I went to a business school.
Okay.
Studied a bit of marketing, advertising, what we're going to be speaking about. And then
You got the right guy.
And then strategy, and then finance, and then I went into management consulting. I know half of you are already zoning out because it's like, who wants to hear about
I
that?
am locked in, man.
But I will tell you, it was genuinely fun.
There you go.
Yeah, it was very fun, but it was extremely long hours. So for people who don't know what consulting is, and you guys know, but effectively the idea is that they hire you to come in and solve a problem. So they're like, oh my God, our revenues are down, our team is not working, this is not working. And then they hire a consultant, a third party comes in and says like, okay, I've observed and analyzed everything. These are the 5 things that you need to change. The transformation or the process will take 6 months. Here are the different steps that you need to do, and then we basically implement it for them.
And was this a solo act, or would you come in as a
With
team?
teams,
You
with
would.
like
Okay.
full-on teams. Because we're like dealing with millions of dollars of money. Like
Okay.
it's like a bank would hire a team of 50 of us to kind of analyze the entire process and be like, we need to make this much revenue. What are we doing wrong?
What was your favorite question you were asked in your interview for the consultancy job? Because historically, you are asked very crazy questions.
Crazy things that you have to solve for a question type of
Mind
thing.
benders.
I mean, they have these things called market sizing questions,
Right.
Which is a way of figuring out how well you know. It's like testing your common sense. So the question I got asked was, how many people drink coffee in China?
That's it. That was the question.
That was the question.
And how did you go through your
Well,
thought
I'm
process?
trying to go through.
So you're allowed to ask them questions, and they give you a piece of paper.
Okay.
So your first question is, what is the population of China?
Yeah.
Correct. What is the population of China? And then I said, what is the rural to urban population in China?
Okay.
Because I was making a hypothesis that people in urban cities are more likely to be drinking coffee in China than not.
Makes sense.
And you keep on breaking it down like that. I did like male or female demographic. And basically they just want to see how I could be wrong. And I just said more men drink coffee than women in China. I just
Okay.
made that statement. But they basically want to see how I think and break down my numbers. And I got to a number in the end. And I was like, this is how many people drink coffee in China. And they basically just want to test how you size the market. But then there was also another one which was like...
Why don't you just Google it?
Wait, did they ever give you the answer?
They don't give you the answer,
Okay.
no. It's just
They're
basically
thought questions.
It's just thoughts.
thought questions.
Yeah.
They also asked me, like, here's a cup of water. How many, like, atoms are in this of water, or how many molecules of water in this cup? And then I was, like, trying to do the same thing. I was sizing it up. I was asking for measurements. Another one of my friends who got the same question, he drank the cup of water, put it down, and said, none. That's pretty cool, right?
That's some like Will Smith MIB.
I was like,
Mic
damn.
drop.
Yeah.
I was like, you got hired? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, but you're dumb. No, I didn't say that.
I hope your friend is listening.
He's dumb and quenched is what he is.
Wow, I had no idea that that's how it would work.
Yeah.
I would love a list of those type of questions.
There are.
Yeah,
there are.
I bet.
There's like a whole list. We had to prep a whole bunch.
Yeah, we were trying to make an episode off of it a couple times, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was like thinking. Like you could
Yeah.
totally have people reactors. Even
Another
try
one I
and
had
do
was how many windows are there in New York?
Yep.
that.
Just how many windows are there in New York? How
Well, the
much?
window is a state of mind, so who knows? It could be anything. To each their own.
I said I wasn't going to speak about this, but I guess I'll speak about it.
Oh.
Before starting consulting and after uni, I did spend some time living in a bit of a monastery temple as a bit of a monk.
I love this.
Not the Shaolin monk that you are thinking, because everyone's like, oh my God, did you practice like fighting? And I was like, nope, none of that. It's kind of weird. The monastery I was a part of, they almost had like an internship. So it's almost like you didn't have to go the full way and commit to being like, I'm going to be a monk for life. It was almost like, here's 6 months to a year of testing whether you'd like to do it.
Oh, whether you'd like to do it.
Whether you'd like to do it, whether you think this is a way of life for you, or just come and learn the experience of being a monk. And it was pretty cool. Spent 3 or 4 months in India, then 3 months in the UK, and then a month or so traveling around Europe. And the whole principle was you wake up early in the morning, you take the cold showers. I used to get hot showers because I found a loophole. But,
Wow.
Right?
Right out of the gate.
I was crazy.
Right out of the gate. Testing the waters and being like, this water ain't warm enough.
I'm not even kidding. And then there would also the food was very the idea was you're supposed to have simple living and higher thinking. Minimalistic. So even food was minimal. But then again, one of my aunts would come and sneak me food into the monastery. So
bad monk.
yeah,
Cheater.
yeah,
Cheater monk.
It clearly wasn't a life for me. But the whole idea was you're supposed to be learning values of service and putting others before yourself. And we did that through helping build schools in India, studying Eastern scriptures from Buddhist to Hindu, all these different types of religions, and trying to figure out what the common principles were. And it was really good. It was really fun. And I think that's kind of been a part of my mindset.
That's what I was going to say. You probably took a lot of those values and lessons.
Yeah, I genuinely think that even this world of entertainment, going a bit deep, the whole reason why I got into entertainment or media was I realized that my purpose in life, so to speak, was to serve people. And that was through entertainment. So I want to make people happy. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people feel emotions. I just want to be there as almost like the jester that brings life to their life. Light to their life.
I think comes through. Immediately meeting you, I could tell it was a genuine, I just want to entertain people.
There's
and
an
make
inherent
people happy.
passion for sure.
Yeah.
So it's about, self-reflection. It's about service.
Yes.
Minimalism.
We had a meditation practice as well
Meditation.
in the mornings.
Wasn't like a silent monastery.
It wasn't a silent monastery. Quite the opposite. It was a discussion-filled, very loud, exchanging thoughts. I almost visioned it as the times when Socrates would be there with his like-minded philosophers and discussing stuff. It felt like that at times because we'd be speaking on the principle of humility and gratitude for 3 hours. And yeah, right? Right? It's the assignment is speak about gratitude, 2 hours, go. And it's wait, what?
that's interesting.
I would kind of love that.
It was
be
cool.
forced into a room. To do that.
I find that no matter what, this is a question for you. I find that no matter what entity or group or organization that I've been part of, be it, deep thinkers, be it work, be it teams that I've been on, sports, whatever, there always ends up being a little bit of gossip. There always ends up being a little bit of drama. Did you find any of that in the monastery? Was anybody hey, Abhi, did you hear what Jake said about humility? What an idiot.
Yeah.
Was there any of that?
I mean, I think naturally it was there. And I think we internalized a lot of it because when you're living in such close proximity with so many people, that habit is going to get on your nerves, or this person's going to get on your nerves, or that person's going to get on your nerves. In a healthy way, we weren't told to just oppress it or internalize it or do any of that. But we were encouraged not to publicly say anything against someone. So if you have an issue with someone, you tell them privately, and in public, you should appreciate all of their good qualities. Right. And that was a good practice.
Yeah, which is honestly
good communication. It's if you don't like the way someone makes their bed, you just tell them hey, this is slightly getting on my nerves. You talk it out privately, and in public, you can say things that you appreciate about them.
But then you go blast them on the monk message boards,
It's
anonymously and passive aggressively, hard.
You're making. There was an actual monk message board. There was
Really?
Was there really?
There's a bulletin.
Was
board
it a
type of
handwritten?
thing.
It's got to be
Is that
handwritten.
what
No,
you're doing?
no, they were it was a board where you stuck up pieces of paper and
So it was a handwritten message
somewhat,
board.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a digital masterclass
Traditional message board.
traditional message
What
board.
about the sleeping arrangements? What was that? What were you doing?
I mean, so there were different rooms in the monk monastery. There was the snoring room. Whoa. Yeah. So if you snored, you had to sleep in that room because you didn't want to affect other people.
Yeah.
Then there was also another room of people who wake up super early. So people who were waking up at 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Insane
because,
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the the room that were kind of sick and needed a little bit more time waking up, so they were recovering from something, so they weren't forced to wake up early. And I had this one friend who would not wake up at all on time, so he always slept in the locker room because he would automatically have to wake up when people come in. Oh. So he knew to get his mind to like actually wake up, he had to sleep in the locker room. But the problem then became he just kept on sleeping through everything. So people were like...
He didn't even wake up.
Yeah, he didn't even wake up.
Fascinating.
So that was like the arrangements. And we kind of slept on a mattress on the floor kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you there for? Like, how long did that period of your life last?
I'd say like 7 to 8 months.
Okay. So just under a year.
Just under a year.
And then the decision to leave was like, this isn't quite for me.
I honestly went in with the mindset of I just want to learn.
Which is good.
I want to kind of, I don't know or think this life is for me. And of course they have like the vow of celibacy as well.
Right.
They're like being honest with you. If you have like sexual desires, you shouldn't be a monk for like, you should actually take that on. Like it's a very difficult process. So they were very honest about that. And I was like, yeah, I guess I don't think I would be a monk for life. So I actually had secured my consulting job before I graduated and deferred it for a year so I could take part in this. So, yeah.
You planned it all out.
I planned it all out. So in my head, I was like, if I do this monk life forever, then great. I'll say no to my consulting job. Or, worst case, I'll start my job and my life.
That probably helped so much before going into such a high-pressure, high-stakes job and industry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nicole, I didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, no, I was going to say it's a gap year.
Yeah, right?
It is a gap year.
Yeah, you see, he spent it getting drunk on self-reflection.
I mean, it was a gap year. I traveled India. I traveled Europe. I was living in like London. I was like traveling everywhere.
Yeah.
So it basically felt like traveling in an unconventional way.
Yeah.
Dang,
So
it's
cool.
fascinating.
I love that. I'm so glad you talked about it too.
Yeah, of course.
And then how long after that did React come into the equation?
And then I was in consulting. I was like, I like this, but I want to be a little bit more creative because, like I said, I'm an entertainer. I want to entertain. In consulting, you're not quite entertaining.
No.
You're not quite doing that. Mm-hmm. So I went to film school, and then whilst I was doing that, I was helping a few people build their social media brands, was producing and directing social content for them. And that was kind of coming to a stage where I kind of valued my friendship and didn't want to work with them in a business sense.
Right.
So then I was like, I want to find something else. And then I met Nicole.
How did you meet Nicole?
So I applied for this role.
You did? Okay.
Yes, I did. I obviously had heard about Electric Monster acquiring React Media.
Right.
I actually think you applied for a different role.
I did.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was going to get. So I was like, let me just apply.
go
Yeah,
for
he
it.
applied for like a social media strategy role.
Yeah.
I mean, something. Yeah.
Because I thought on the strategy side, because I have a bit of experience in that,
Right.
it might be easier for me to transition across.
Yeah.
When was this like for you, Nicole, in the React world? Because this was what I've heard. This was when it was like barely. There was not that many people here.
No. It was so there was the original small pod that was just me, Sierra, who's an old producer, and Kevin, who's now our head of production.
Right.
And then we got acquired by Electric Monster. We grew a little, and we brought in a couple other producers. Ash was one of those people,
Okay.
Chef Ash, and Kat was one of those hires.
Right.
And then we were at sort of that next stage of growth, and that was when I met Abhi, and within like 5 minutes of the interview, I was just like, this is my guy. This is the person that I want.
I love you, Nicole. Nicole's the best.
Yeah, and it was like the easiest hire that I made. And then after that, we went through another like consolidation of the teams.
I see.
And
It's
there
crazy.
there were some big financial things that were happening globally in the world. It was as we were coming out of like the pandemic era. We unfortunately went through some layoffs, and that's when the team contracted again. And that's when it went back down to just an intrepid team of 3, which was me, Abhi, and Kat.
Crazy.
You guys were doing a lot.
Yeah,
And so
that's
the
what
3
I
of us
remember.
doing
Yeah.
sort of everything. And then Joe came in.
Yeah,
Was I really the next one? No way, really?
Yeah.
But then we swiftly grew after that.
we did.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was 3 producers. Now
Yeah,
there's
that's
like
what-
21.
I know.
It's insane.
19.
19.
Wow. We're doing something. We're doing something.
But it was definitely like an emotional roller coaster of like riding the economical waves of the industry.
Yeah, it was very clear. In the pandemic, loads of companies invested in tech and media companies. And as the pandemic was coming out of it, they kind of withdrew their investment. No longer were. It's like I know people from Meta, Amazon, like everyone got fired. Like so many people got fired.
There's been a lot of.
It's been crazy.
The industry is just like this constantly fluctuating orb out in space, kind of like collapsing in on its own gravity, and then it gets bigger again, and then it collapses. And we do not take for granted the fact that we have had the opportunity to grow lately while watching a lot of our peers and our friends go through things that we've all went through the last couple of years. So that's a shout out to all the people that are hardworking here and all the creativity, but it's also a shout out to all our viewers and people at home who are allowing us to grow and giving us the opportunity. So shout out to y'all as well.
Yeah. Wonderful. I love that.
Wait, how long have you known Plachy?
How long have I known Plachy?
Yeah.
5 years? 6 years.
2018.
So about 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yep.
It's also crazy that 2018 is 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Nuts. People keep saying it, but it is actually, I'm sure in 30 years there'll be a lot of studies on it, but the last 6 years, the last 4 years, everything that the pandemic did to us as a society in general, but just our concept of time has been so warped and altered by what happened in those 2 years.
I really want somebody to do like a study that I can understand about that, because that is like
There probably are.
I'm
so many
sure
people doing it already.
it's just like I need like a good documentary or something that like is very entertaining to watch that observes that idea of, because it's true, the pandemic like totally warped so much and everybody feels it, but everybody has trouble articulating it in a way that like is understandable for all of us, but we just feel like something is off, something changed, which it did, but it's so weird to me.
I mean, even personally for me, I remember I was in New York City when when the pandemic first hit, and I was in my apartment, and I didn't leave my apartment for like 21 days. Wow. Like a 700 square foot apartment, 21 days.
Wow.
And that felt like 6 months to me. Like,
That's what I mean, yeah.
so the time warping is real.
That is confinement. I was actually thinking about this recently. Do you guys have days? Because I think there's something in the universe, when I was talking about kind of like that growing contraction thing, I think it happens with time as well. I'm going to sound a little crazy now. But when you guys wake up, or like let's say you're in bed sometimes. You wake up, it's like 6 a.m, like, crap, I'm not supposed to get up till 7, right? You lay your head back down on the pillow. You don't really fall asleep. Maybe you're conscious. Maybe there's a little bit of in and out. And then you jolt up and you're like, oh, crap, I got to go. I've been here for an hour. And then you look at the clock and it's been 5 minutes. And then you lay down again and it's been 5 minutes. And like time is just crawling and your sense of time is like, why does today feel so slow? Today feels slow.
Right.
And then the next day or like a week later, same thing happens. You wake up at 6, then you're like, I'm going to lay my head down for a second. You do it for that second, and then you pop up and you're like, shit, it's 7:15. I have to go. And time is just like going at a hyper pace, but it does it throughout the whole day. Do you guys ever, am I crazy? Do you guys feel that? Like some days feel actually slower than other days. And like the minute is being, and the way you are able to inhabit a minute fluctuates.
Nicole?
No.
No, it doesn't happen to you?
I'm kind of the same way as Nicole. No, not really.
Okay, maybe I'm insane.
I do feel actually sometimes
when I've taken something.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
I was going to say sometimes when I'm really nervous or anxious about something, I think time does stretch because I'm almost waiting for something to happen. But if I have a jam-packed day, then
I was going to say, when I'm anticipating something, that's when it happens. It's rare for me to just be like kind of laying down and have that experience happen, because I'm not really focused on the time in that moment.
Yeah, guys, I guess maybe I'm just more in tune with the universe than
Yeah, you might be.
you didn't even need the monk school. You had the training from within.
Because this happens to me when I'm anxious. This happens to me when I'm bored. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening in the day. I will have days that it's like an accordion. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're shorter. Let me know in the comments if I'm crazy or if you experience this phenomenon as well. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys, I think we should move on to this crazy brand stuff. And I have a game involved with this.
Right.
Okay.
Nicole's very nervous
I'm
about
so
this
nervous.
game. Joe, can you please grab those whiteboards to your left?
Oh, I can do
please?
that. Yes, sir. 1 second.
Thank you so much.
Can we use our phones? Or
Oh, yeah. You can Google the answers.
can you? Great. I'm glad.
I'm very good at Googling.
Am I hearing background music?
You are.
It's great. Loved it.
All right.
Okay.
What are we doing?
It's a do you know it
Okay.
of crazy brand things that happen.
Okay.
Things that when they went too far, Nicole is going to fail miserably at this,
So
and
am
that's
I.
okay.
So am I.
I know everything. I'm coming out hot with confidence.
I think, just have fun with it.
so I can fail hard in front of all of you.
And these are insane, okay? Question 1. In 2017, Adidas sent an email to its clients that participated in the Boston Marathon with the subject line blank.
Oh.
Was this when?
Oh, no.
Just remember that these are times that they did very bad things. Brands did controversial things.
Okay, I have...
Adidas.
I hate this.
Adidas.
Okay, oh, my God. What if I make bad guesses? Am I a bad person?
That's what I'm thinking. Wait, Boston Marathon was when... yeah, right.
One
Something
specific
happened.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance.
I think we all apologize.
This is all Plachy's fault.
It is.
I hate
You
this.
might...
Ooh, okay.
I hate
yeah.
this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Cool, I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Whoa, brand. This isn't us. This is the brand.
This is probably one of the worst ones of them all, so don't worry.
Okay. I got it. I'm semi-confident.
All right, Joe, you want to reveal?
All right. So
Go for it.
In 2017, Adidas sent an email to its clients that participated in the Boston Marathon with the subject line, "Don't blow it."
Dude, no. Can't laugh at it.
Oh.
I got to do a try not to laugh
Is that
during this.
Is that close?
No.
Just let Abhi go.
okay.
Let Abhi go.
Mine's even worse now.
Abhi?
So it's clients, right?
Yeah.
Adidas makes shoes that can escape the bomb.
Whoa. So specific.
That's very specific.
He's covering his face with the board.
Okay.
I wrote "Run for Your Life."
Oh, that's good too.
The correct
good.
answer. Congrats. You survived the Boston Marathon.
Oh.
That's what they sent to their clients.
What year was the bombing?
I'm pretty sure it was 2012. Let me double check.
Okay, still too. That's close.
It's too
It's
close for them to do this.
They should have a team that look at optics of
That's how do you do this?
Dang.
Nobody gets the point though.
So I think actually we were.
I was actually thinking, congrats, you're alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
So we're all
I would have
worse.
gave you it.
Yeah.
Yours are way worse.
We're worse.
Yeah.
We're bad people.
Yeah.
Got it. Great. Perfect.
Okay, question 2.
God dang it.
Domino's Pizza created an advertising mascot in 1986 known famously as the Noid.
Yeah.
You know the Noid.
I know the Noid.
Which was supposed to be a physical manifestation of what?
Okay, so the Noid,
Yeah.
just for Abhi,
Yeah, I've never.
Do you know what the Noid is?
it's a tiny, skinny man thing dressed in all red, but you can see like his face.
Right.
And he has like
He's like a mask with like bunny ears almost.
Yeah, like he's a bunny ear,
But not a bunny.
but not a bunny, and his suit is red. It's like a red bunny, like latex spandex suit on a tiny man.
There's a big N on his tummy. I
There's a
think.
big N.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Was the
man.
Noid in other things other than Domino's
No,
Pizza?
they announced him as their mascot, and then they created like video games off of this
I played
guy.
the- I played
Yeah.
the
So I
Noid
remember the
video
video
game.
games and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
But
why
it
I
was
thought it
all
was.
Domino's. It was
Wow.
all him.
There was.
I would use that as a hint, though. It was for pizza.
I got it.
You
ready?
got it.
There was a trend back in the 1990s, like mascots from food, like Chester Cheetah, the Noid, also Cool Spot from 7-Up. I don't know if you remember
yeah, I
that.
remember the Spot.
All of them had video games. Like branding was
Oh, I
so
do remember
hard.
the
That's so
Scott
cool.
That's very
video
interesting.
game.
They were so like brands are so invested in our everyday pop culture and like the collective zeitgeist that they're like, we can make video games off this, and they did, and kids played
And
them,
it
and they
worked.
didn't realize they were playing advertisements. Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Sheep. Dang it! Oh, have you already?
It's such a long answer.
Bobby's got it.
It's
I
such
know,
a long
it is
answer,
really
though.
long
I know.
answer.
Isn't that another hint?
Well, I know
Is
what
that-
his name is, but then you're saying it's about pizza.
It is about
Physical
pizza.
manifestation of.
It's really dumb.
Okay,
So just
dumb, but not necessarily like bad.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessary. I mean, the Noid itself was a controversial thing because of the background that ended up happening with that character.
Oh, you have to tell us that. In a
You don't
second.
know this?
No.
This is why the Noid is the Noid. Nicole, do you know this?
Well, the
No, it
Noid
was
means
just
annoying.
creepy.
Guys, let me tell you a little fun fact about the Noid.
Go for it.
In 1989, there was a man named Kenneth Noid. That was his name. He saw these commercials for the Noid character, and the slogan was "Avoid the Noid."
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
he didn't like that it was people saying avoid the Noid.
Wait. The slogan is avoid the noise.
Right. He didn't like that people were saying avoid myself, essentially.
Uh-huh.
He was a little bit of a crazy guy.
Oh, no.
He went to a Domino's, held 2 people hostage,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
ended up, like, calling to, like, get a ransom for, like, $100,000. He wanted, like, a getaway car, all this stuff. It took so long, he ended up having the people make pizza for him at the Domino's. And while they were while he was eating the pizza that they made him, they were able to escape, and they called the cops. He was arrested, and since then was when they canceled the Noid because of Kenneth Noid. Yeah, he's like a controversial figure now
Sounds
because
like
of that.
Oh.
We should have avoided Kenneth
The
Noid.
Noid.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was right.
I literally thought it was just because he was creepy.
He's very creepy.
That's hilarious.
What a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right?
Wow.
That is really, yeah.
I
That's,
still don't know what the Noid is.
Man,
nor do I. Because now you just said avoid the noise.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard.
dang it. I'm
Abhi, you want to reveal yours?
I can.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I didn't know. I
A
have
physical
no idea.
manifestation of.
A stuffed crust pepperoni pizza.
Love it. Love that answer.
okay.
Like, I don't know.
Joe?
Cool. I was going to say a uvula, but then you said it was pizza related, so then I just went, he's a big fat udder.
Okay, I wrote an unripe tomato.
Oh.
I like these answers. These are a lot better answers, again, than what the answer
Are they?
is.
Are they?
A physical manifestation of all the challenges in delivering a pizza in 30 minutes.
That's so stupid. I hate
That's
it.
so stupid.
That's dumb. You know what? I'm on Kenneth Noid's side now.
Avoid the noise.
Okay, next one. I hope you guys get this one. What was the subscription-based service that allowed users to watch a certain number of movies per month in theaters for a fixed monthly fee? Bonus point if you can guess how much it was per month.
What? That's it.
Man. This sucks.
Well, did they only do this, or did they have other? Did they only do this, or did they have other?
No, this was their thing.
It was fantastic when it worked.
Yeah.
I remember. I have a glimmer of memory in my brain, but it's not coming to fruition. Gosh dang it. Okay,
Abhi,
go
you
ahead
wanna
and start
go?
answering. Yeah.
I know.
I
I'm
need
wrong.
their answers
I know,
first.
'cause
I
you're
know
gonna
I'm
nail
wrong.
it.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's not even theaters. Blockbuster. I know it's not.
Yes, though.
How much was Blockbuster per month?
I don't know, like $7.99. How much was it?
You can't say yet.
No.
All right.
Oh,
Joe?
AMC, anything you want, anytime.
Great.
$20 a month.
right.
And Nicole, for the win.
It was Movie Pass.
Yes.
That's what.
And it was $9.99 a month.
Yes, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Movie Pass. Do you remember that, Abhi?
I almost put Movie Pass. Dang it.
This was not global. I live in a different world.
Oh, $9.95.
$9.95, but
I
you
was
get
very
it. You
close.
get it.
Insane.
$10 a month, and you could watch an unlimited amount
Yes,
of movies.
I do remember it.
Remember this?
Yes, it
Yeah.
wasn't that long ago.
It was. It was 2017.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Because it started as you could watch as many movies as you wanted, and it was at select theaters, and
Yeah.
you could sort of book tickets. And then they went down to 3 movies.
They're like, this is not good for us.
Yeah. And then all the movie theaters were like, you're just stealing money from us. We don't want to be a part of this.
Yep.
And then AMC basically said, to hell with you. We're just going to make our own and charge more, and people will pay for it because our theaters are nicer.
AMC's was awesome, and then it got way worse, and I think they've made it a little better recently, but it's not what it was.
No.
It used to be way cooler.
Okay,
That's interesting.
we're gonna do 2 more. McDonald's launched a Twitter campaign in 2012 using the hashtag McDStories. They then paid to be #1 on Twitter's trends list. However, it quickly backfired when people started sharing the wrong kind of McD stories.
Yeah, they did.
Of course I did.
Which of the following tweets using McD stories is not real? A. Hashtag McD stories. I ate McDonald's as a kid. I'm pretty sure that is why my father left.
That's so dark.
Oh, no.
B. Which has more chemicals? Marlboro. Wow, I can't say that.
It's a hard word.
Marlboro. Cigarettes or egg McMuffins. Flip a coin. C. If I haven't been to McDonald's in years because I'd rather eat my own diarrhea. Hashtag McD stories. Or D. Slipped on soda, broke my wrist, and the staff didn't even offer an apology or assistance. Hashtag McD stories. So which one of these is not real?
All possible.
All very possible.
Okay. Oh, wait. What? We're saying one of them is real and one of them isn't?
No, one of them isn't.
One of them
One of them
isn't
is not
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got my guess.
All right.
I got my guess.
3, 2, 1.
C.
Reveal.
C.
Oh, I
B
said B.
and C.
C.
Guys, it's D.
Ah!
Slipped on soda, broke my wrist, and the staff didn't even offer an apology or assistance. Yeah, somebody actually wrote, I haven't been to McDonald's in years because I'd rather eat my own diarrhea.
Dang it.
McD story.
Yeah, that would
That's
seem
so
very
rough.
real.
That's so rough.
Okay, let's do one more here. Under the campaign #RealBeauty, the personal care brand Dove released some unique limited edition bottles meant to represent what?
The campaign Real Beauty, the personal care brand Dove, released some unique limited edition bottles meant to represent what?
Think, real beauty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
They launched it. I'll say they launched this like campaign back in 2004 to be like kind of a celebration of women and everyone's beautiful.
Everyone is beautiful.
Right.
Do. What did
That'll
you
help.
do, Dove? Do-do-da-da. What did you do with the campaign? Offensive or just stupid?
Stupid.
Oh.
Could be offensive to some, but stupid.
Okay, I got it.
Nicole, you're like, I love how much you're.
Nicole's got it.
No, I don't.
No, she doesn't, but
Yeah,
she's
she does.
really trying. And I
I am really trying.
yeah. I think Abhi's got it.
I've got something. I've not got a single question right. So much for all of that knowledge.
How does it, Nicole's got a point. I think
She got
that's
1 point.
That's
I
how
have
good.
1 point.
Nicole's in
No,
the
I
lead.
got 2 points.
Yeah,
What was
she's
the
in
other
the
one?
lead. She got both the movie pass one.
And-
Nat had a
price.
bonus
Oh,
point.
and the price.
Oh,
Nicole's got
bonus.
one right.
Yeah, she got 1 right.
Okay, Joe.
Collectively,
reveal.
we're not great. Different female body types.
Cool.
I think you should go next. I want.
Well, that's what I wrote first, and then I changed it for personal flowers.
Ah, personal flowers.
I'm not going to say the other thing, but we're thinking Georgia O'Keeffe.
Okay.
And Abhi?
bottles for ugly people, aka not real beauty.
Don't buy our other stuff. Please buy this one.
Guys, Joe got it.
I thought
It
that
was
was
different female body types.
I feel like I vaguely remember this.
Yeah. So they had tall and thin bottles, short and curvy bottles, other ones in the middle. Look at these.
Oh,
They're
I do
literally just
remember this.
different forms of the bottle.
Which one are you attracted to, Abhi?
Yeah. But yeah, people were quickly offended, and we're saying that there definitely was like the right one to choose because of how easy it would like squirt out of the bottle.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
like,
Interesting.
There ended up being the right choice.
This looks like the lineup of the muses from Hercules that are singing at the beginning. Just a
Yes,
bunch.
it does. Oh my gosh.
But I
We
also
need
appreciate
animation.
it's probably the exact same quantity in each bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
They all look
That's
pretty
some-
stunning to me.
Actually, I like them all.
I like
Let's
them
bring
all.
it back.
They're great.
Okay, I'm gonna say Nicole wins.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nicole wins.
Okay.
She was closest on both of
Okay,
those.
it's fine.
Nicole's the winner.
Give her a week-old Happy Meal.
Okay, that was my game. Thank you for
Good game.
playing
Good
our
game.
game.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
There was a lot more too. And I think, guys, we're already almost at an hour.
Holy crap.
So we
Okay.
gotta. I know we sped through this because Abhi's kind of awesome, and we got to learn a lot about his life.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Spoke too much. I got it.
What's the best stuff that you still want to hit?
There's one thing that I want to hit, Joe, and it's because you were involved in something.
Oh, man.
Joe was involved in the KFC Double Down commercial.
Yes, it was.
And the Double Down is what I think a lot of people would consider is going too far. It's a little too much.
Have you had it?
I have had it.
You think it's going too far?
Yes, I do. I
Really?
did not enjoy it.
You enjoyed the first bite.
You enjoyed
but
the first bite.
everything after that is hell on earth.
Like, yeah.
There you go. Okay.
But
the first bite
isn't
is
that-
surprisingly delicious.
Okay. Yeah, but I would never order it. Ever in my life.
Abhi, you know what it is, right?
Yeah, I know what double
People
down
who
is.
don't know what it is,
I know what
it's
Double Down is.
2 fried chickens as a bun.
So tough.
And then in the middle, it's just the cheese, it's the sauce.
And sauce slop.
Yeah,
Yep.
sauce slop is a perfect example.
The whole concept of it was like more chicken, less bun. That was it. That was
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Conceptually.
It's a keto dieter's dream.
Yeah.
It is.
That's true.
It is.
Keto hack.
Also, I didn't
Yeah.
know they had the Double Down dog,
Yeah.
didn't
which
know
was
that.
a bun that was the fried chicken, and then the hot dog in the middle with
It
the
was like
slop. Yeah.
That's not good. That's too far.
But the reason Joe was involved because he was in the commercial.
I was in the original
thing,
ad
and he hates it
campaign.
bringing it back. But
It's fine, we're good.
The original ad campaign.
I was in the first commercial.
you didn't know that?
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't know it was like the original.
I'll play a clip for video people.
It was the first one.
Do your time.
What's up with chicken sandwiches? Big bun, puny chicken. It's 2 to fill me up.
Chicken.
Finally. Hello, chicken.
Someone was listening.
Yep.
Got 2 of everything. 2 pieces of cheese, pieces of bacon.
And 2 pieces of chicken.
So long, bun. Mm-hmm. This is a chicken sandwich.
Oh, that guy really liked it.
Yeah.
Look at bacon. We forgot the bacon.
Yeah, I forgot the bacon.
And it was grilled or fried.
Where was this shot?
There's a lot.
where-
Just White Psych here in LA. Yeah, just down the street.
How did you get the gig?
Classic actor. It had to go to a bunch of auditions, probably too many callbacks, and then I looked like a typical white dude.
I love it.
They threw me in it.
I love
it. But do you guys hear how we had high voices? In
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
What
what
was
happened?
that?
So they did not like pitch shift in post. They gave us helium balloons over and over and over and over again to make us have high voices on set. Because I guess because all these dudes that are big and buff dudes that I wasn't, but the others want. It'd be funny if they were talking in high voices. So it's like when we're eating like a normal puny chicken sandwich, we're talking like this. But then when we got our 2 pieces of chicken, we were talking like this. So more chicken equals more man.
Right.
More man.
That's how it works.
Beta, alpha, chicken was the variable that helped that.
That's what the Snickers campaign is, right?
What's the Snickers one?
You know, like
You're not you when you're
You're not
hungry.
you when you're
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that campaign.
But this one was a little
you like
bit-
that campaign?
I did.
Do you know which campaign I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Why is it bad? Oh.
No, that was great because it's like Danny
You
DeVito
made
throwing
me
a
think-
tantrum.
Yeah, Betty White was in one. I remember,
Yeah.
like playing football.
What's your favorite ad campaign that you've seen of recent?
of
no.
recent? Dang. Mine, like one of my favorite commercials is either the Skittles commercials because they're just really weird.
old school ones?
The old school ones, or the Starburst.
Berries and cream.
Yeah.
That's like top tier for me because I just like when it's weird like that. And for Starburst, that was the way to go.
So you
I
like
think.
weird jingles.
Yes, weird jingles.
Not just jingles, but like
Just
concepts.
weird concepts. Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just the safe crap over and over and over again. But like when you actually go out on a limb and you just do something totally different, you hire that one ad agency that's like, you know, it's just like 2 guys in a warehouse and like we do things different, and then somebody actually takes a chance on them and they create that, and then all the people in the boardroom are like, I don't know if we should do this. Like we have to. We have a deadline. Okay, I guess we'll put it out. And then Berries and Cream sees the freaking world, and we're talking about Berries and Cream
Still.
20 years later. Berries and Cream.
Berries and cream. Do you have a favorite,
Brilliant.
Nicole?
Duolingo.
Wait.
I love the Duolingo ad campaigns.
I don't
Is
think
this
I've
episode
seen,
sponsored
like,
by Duolingo?
Brought to you by
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
The
neither
bird?
do I.
You know
I know
the
the
bird,
bird,
Duolingo?
the Bird Duo.
but I
No.
don't. I haven't never seen a commercial for that.
Have you not?
They did a whole spoof for April Fools last year or 2 years ago, where they basically made like a dating show, but everybody in the house spoke different languages, so the only way they could communicate was through the Duolingo
Okay,
bird.
that's
but then
fun.
the commercial progressively got weirder and weirder, and like murders were happening in the house,
That's
and
cool.
like crazy stuff was happening with the bird. When you buy something from Duolingo, it comes with like a card that says, cool. Well, now we know your home address, so if you're not following up on your lessons, like,
Yeah.
we'll kill you, basically.
Huh.
Dang.
Duolingo.
Yeah, Duolingo has like just they're like level, and then they just like ratcheted the weird up just a little bit in like the nicest way.
That reminded me, I really loved, I don't know how much it happens now, but I liked when commercials had a narrative to where you would watch, like, the first time it aired would be the beginning of the story, the second time would be the middle, and the last one would be the end. I liked when they used to do that, but I don't feel like that happens anymore. Commercials are dying, I feel like.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think I don't remember
just don't
seeing a
watch
commercial.
commercials. Yeah.
the best branding agency for a company. You know the answer to this.
The best branding agency for a company.
Quentong,
Gwen Tung.
What's
Jollibee.
Yes, of course.
If you
fake
haven't
restaurant
seen
doesn't
Oh, yeah.
exist?
the Jollibee commercials, like
They are so good.
They are so good.
They're like Hallmark movies, right?
They're like Hallmark movies. They're
But even more.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
They
There's
take
real
you
emotion in the...
on the full emotional level. Joe, you would cry.
They were so good.
You don't know me. I would
They're
cry.
so good.
I'd
A
cry.
father doing so much to just feed his daughter.
Fathers are dumb. Daughters suck.
Okay, I want to do this because this is why I brought up KFC. Because KFC recently tried something also new. It's called the Chizza.
Yes,
No.
it's another
Oh,
one.
yes.
It's
Of course.
another one of these abominations.
And this one's
because-
stupid. The double down I can get behind. This is dumb.
Because
No.
Joe is.
Did you get him one?
I got him one.
Oh my
Joe's
God.
gonna
And I want
eat
him
a
to try it.
Chizza.
Oh man.
And I want him to try it, so let me bring it on.
This is. I'm not your.
And, hold
food
on.
monkey.
But you have to do it the
Also-
exact same way that you did the Double Down commercial.
Also,
Finally.
wait, we need the balloons to get some helium in you. when I went to KFC, advertised as well was you could get a half gallon of soda or a drink with your
The
order.
bucket
so
soda?
I decided
Bucket
to get
size.
that.
What?
Bucket
You got the
size
bucket
soda?
size?
Okay.
What?
Oh my flipping god.
It is an actual bag that is full of soda. I actually just got something like this from A&W as well. It's really smart because it's a great way to transport.
That's true.
It looks like a giant IV bag.
Yes, it
Yes.
does. It does. Hook it up. Here's the pizza.
The cheese.
the
You got to say it right, Joe.
Chizza.
What is a chizza? A chicken pizza?
Cheese.
Why don't you describe it, Joe?
I'm gonna take a smell first before we open it.
And I know it's
Smells
early.
like a pizza. It smells like a pizza.
Smells like pizza. All right, I'm gonna open this up for everybody. Here
we go.
By the way, it's finger licking good.
Great.
Finger licking
Dude, their finger looking good sauce is actually really
I love
good.
KFC.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
I love it. There it is.
There it is, guys.
Oh, it's pizza on a chicken.
It's
pizza
a
on fried chicken.
Fried chicken round.
It is not pizza on a chicken. It
Guys,
is
so-
cheese and some sad pepperonis
Oh, there's
on a
got to be
chicken.
sauce,
There's
right?
gotta be sauce.
There's got to be sauce.
Yeah, there is sauce.
Yeah, there's
I can
definitely
see
tomato sauce.
Look at that tomato sauce.
Well, there's two. Who wants to have some?
Tomato
Try one?
sauce.
Well, Abhi can't.
I
We
can't.
can.
You can.
I didn't know if they're lactose intolerant, though. Is that
She
bad?
can get like a non-cheesy
Okay.
bite.
Okay, wait.
How's the feel already? Oh, it's breaking
Do you need?
apart.
Here, let me get
Try
you
and use this
napkins.
as like a plate.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I am very confused why my piece of chicken is a triangle.
Because it's a pizza. It's a slice.
It's a slice.
Oh my god, it is a pizza slice! Is yours a pizza
I
slice?
think so, kind of.
Trying to be.
It's like a third grader trying, or like a 3-year-old trying to draw a pizza.
No, mine's like really a slice.
Yours is like a great. They did
Yeah.
a good job on
Wait,
that.
I
one.
want a picture of this. Hold on.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
please.
she's in.
All right, Joe. Why don't you take the first
She's
bite?
in. Okay, I'll take a bite. Here we go.
Okay, he's thinking about it.
It's kind of good, is what he's going to say.
I think it's going to be similar, right? It's going to be a
the
great first
Chizza
bite.
And this bag of soda.
Nicole's getting an Insta.
I know. I'm waiting for Jay to do something.
All right, same thing. Same thing. Great first bite. I guarantee the next
You would
bite's
never-
not gonna- I'm not even great. The double down first bite is better.
Whoa.
It is.
I would think that because like the fried chicken doesn't really work as a substitute for
Bread?
a pizza
Would it-
bread.
Wouldn't it get soggy?
Right.
Is it like
feels
crispy and
No,
fried?
it still feels crispy. It's a little soggy on the bottom, but I think that's just transport.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm eating like chicken marinara at an Italian restaurant.
Like a chicken parm almost.
Chicken
like.
Yeah.
parm. It looks like
But
that.
it's not great.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
So
like
you think you don't think they should bring this back?
No.
Take double down over this.
I would 100% take the double down.
Oh, interesting.
All right, Nicole just had her bite, analyzing.
I need to stop chewing into it.
It, you don't hear it.
No,
Joe,
I went
Joe
for it.
didn't care.
I went
Joe
for it.
went for it.
I was ASMRing all up in
you
it.
sure did.
You're right. It just tastes like chicken parm.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like
Yeah.
way too salty. Like super salty.
that's what'll happen.
Yeah. They have to
right.
preserve it so it sits on the shelf for the next 10 years because nobody's going to buy it.
I'm getting fried chicken.
I still love the IV bag of soda.
It is the Ivy bag.
This thing's insane. And I also don't back it because I guarantee. So the nice thing about going to a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, is that you get fountain soda
Refillable.
straight from the tap.
Yeah.
And that's the best soda, right? You got the bubbles, you got the carb. It tastes different than in a can.
It's Diet Pepsi.
This is going to go flat. This is not going to give you the same carbonation.
It looks like
It
carbonation's still
definitely
there.
does.
Does it? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Abhi's gonna take a sip.
Dude, this is.
I don't know how to do it.
I know. I don't know how. I guess it's supposed
You
to be
gotta
for a
put
party.
your mouth on the thing.
You look
Yeah.
like somebody in the desert, you know, with one of
Yeah,
those.
like one of those last
Like,
drops of
Oh,
water.
give me. I'm dying of thirst.
This kept the carbonation. That's pretty good.
Okay, sweet.
Prove me wrong. I'm
All
going to
right,
take another
guys.
bite just to see. Here we go.
Wow.
That's some sad
I'm gonna
cheese,
set
man.
up.
That's some good Diet Pepsi.
I'm gonna set up a word from Anthony. Okay.
It's fine.
It's just fried chicken with marinara sauce and cheese. Like,
You can do better.
You can do better.
You can do
okay.
better.
What's a word from Anthony?
oh my God.
He knows. He's doing a bit.
Abhi doesn't listen to the podcast.
What's a word from Anthony?
Haven't
joking.
Haven't you heard the talk of the town?
Yes, I have.
Also, it's not in this, but Anthony was thrilled to have his first comment about himself.
Oh, he's had many.
No.
he has not.
Just in our
You mean in the
Nicole,
podcast world?
the podcast? Yeah.
Because he got a lot of comments in the Swiftie.
Oh yeah, we here at the office, it's our favorite thing ever because Anthony's our favorite thing ever.
Yeah. And
But-
Anthony won't admit it, but Anthony loves
He
it.
loves it.
Anthony
He
loves it.
loves it so much.
So you guys should leave comments for Anthony.
Leave comments. for
Feed
Anthony.
him.
He will eat it up. This is going to affect him.
He's like, guys, leave me alone, but give me all the attention in the
Yeah.
world. Like that's
Hopefully
Anthony.
positively.
Guys, I like fried chicken.
Fried chicken's great.
Guys, it's a word from Anthony. Let's begin.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
But I actually have a special guest on the word of Anthony for today.
Yeah, this is the word of Anthony, everyone, if you didn't guess. No, it's a puppy.
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
Charlie.
Charlie? Well, did you know I'm allergic to dogs and it's like my dream to have a dog? But I'm on allergy drops to take care of it, so hopefully my dream will come true.
It's like a white people thing. Like I
I
feel
think
like
it is a white people thing. But that's you too.
Well, yeah, I'm white, but like I'm allergic to dogs. But I just feel like I've never heard of like someone that's not white be allergic to dogs.
That's an
So-
interesting
That's
take.
actually
Do you
true.
think that that's controversial, what you just said? Do you?
Well, I don't know. I'm like I don't. Is that controversial?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Well, don't keep it in if you think. Well, I'm just like it's a white like Karen thing to just be like I'm allergic to dogs.
Kevin, you're such a
Ava.
Karen.
Is that what
I-
you're calling me?
No, but I love you and I wish that you weren't allergic. But that's like so like I only like drink like almond milk and I have a gluten allergy and like it's so like in that vein.
Why is he describing me?
That's a hard comparison.
Well, no, people are like, oh, my son is allergic to peanuts. Like, no, he's not.
Dude, Joe's gonna get you now. You know his daughter's allergic to like everything.
I know, and he hates it. He absolutely hates
Why
it.
we hate it. We hate it.
It's not even about the podcast.
Well, this episode is all over the place. We got Abhi on. He's gonna tell us all about his dreams and his
Abhi.
Yeah, say hi to Abhi. Do you have a question for Abhi
Oh,
that you
dear.
wanted to ask?
Oh dear.
Yes, why aren't your purchase requests in yet? I have two questions for Abhi. If we're talking about products, Abhi is from the UK originally.
Correct.
And we all know they love to shop and spend money over there.
Is that a stereotype? Is that true?
I want to know
No.
what are your tips for shopping when going international? What are your like tips and tricks for like buying and shopping? I also want to know now that you live in America, Abhi, what are the biggest differences in terms of like brand quality or like what are just overall differences you see in terms of like products, whether it be like food or clothing or
Love it.
okay, I'm hanging up.
No. Dude, that call went on for 30 minutes.
I can imagine. I will answer the question about
please.
the differences between brands.
Yeah, that's what I'm very interested in.
I find that a lot of the fresh produce, as they say, in the that's what you say in America, right?
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting.
Yeah, fresh produce. I think that in London, in the UK, it tastes more fresh, at least.
Okay.
Specifically, things like also milk is horrible in America. Chocolate is horrible in America. It's the worst chocolate.
Chocolate, I can imagine.
Hershey's
Is it because
is a
you think
joke.
it's too sweet?
Yes, way too sweet, way too artificial.
Okay.
Whereas when you have like dairy milk, which is like a very well-known brand, it tastes like cocoa, like
Right.
you're actually having chocolate. I'd also say this is a really random one, but Americans, obviously designer is a whole different level, but Americans don't know how to make suits for men. Like for an average man, they don't know how to tailor. Whereas obviously when you get to designer level, they'll make anything for you, like whichever brand you go to, they'll like Gucci will make whatever. Well, that's actually not even American. But on the high street, which is basically like any shopping mall, what we say, there'd always be like a brand called Hawes and Curtis
Okay.
in the UK. a whole bunch of brands like that where you can walk in, get a really good suit, and pay like £200-300. Whereas here, you can't get a good suit for anything under $1,000. Very random, but I also know that because I had to buy a lot of suits for work. So
you know your suit game.
I know my suit game. So
Yeah.
If you need a suit, go to England and go to Whores and Curtsy.
Horse and curtsy, yeah.
Okay, before we wrap up, quick points of order.
I'm so sorry
What?
for your points of order.
Oh, why?
Oh, no, what happened this time?
News. Everybody loves the Newsies. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Why?
Have you watched Newsies? Did you watch Newsies between last week and this week, Plachy? And if you say no, you're fired.
What is Newsies?
What?
Yes. Thank you for saving
Oh,
me, Abhi.
God.
I saw it coming, Plachy. I had to save you.
Well, it's a great movie from like 1992.
Oh,
you watch it?
Newsies.
No.
Now is the time to seize the day. Seize it! Watch it!
I'm glad you got
Can I
back
say,
up.
both Plachy and I were not born in 92.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's still a great movie.
It is a current, like, Broadway show. Well, maybe it's not on Broadway now, but it's a touring Broadway show. Like, it's the Newsies. You know, wait, what? Okay.
I don't want to.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Just like Dad is telling me off, guys.
I'm not going to take that excuse because you know what Mary Poppins is.
That's
But you're acting like Newsies is like Lion King or like.
Newsies is a huge movie.
But obviously it's not. If most of us who haven't, like, we haven't even heard of it.
There's
you know
50%
Chitty
chance.
Chitty Bang Bang?
I've heard of Chitty
Yeah,
Chitty
Chitty
Bang
Chitty
Bang.
Bang.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
Yes, I've heard of that.
I don't know if I've heard of that one. But I'm just saying, like, we got 3 people now
Who
who
was
have
the
said
third?
that they've never heard of Newsies. So you
Who's
guys
the third?
can't act like this is like
But what did the comments say?
the comments. I'm sure everybody over the age of 30 loved the Newsies.
Sorry, I clapped into my phone.
It's a fun,
I will watch it.
movie
I will-
about a musical.
Yeah.
It's a musical about a subject matter that should have never been made.
I'm definitely going to watch it. It's going to happen. It's in my watch list now.
We will
okay?
watch it together. Plachy.
Oh, I like that. Let's
fun.
do commentary.
You'll see a very young Christian Bale. Look out for the part where he trips over his own dancing steps, and it's really funny. And
Oh,
they kept
was
it in the
that
movie.
his movie debut?
No.
that was Empire of the Sun.
Empire
I
of the
think.
Sun.
Yeah.
Yes, Steven Spielberg.
And then one other comment that I saw was, we need to talk from Nikki Van Zoom. She said, we need to talk about Nicole saying that she has been to the tunnels of Disneyland, considering there are no tunnels at Disneyland. The only Disney park in the world that has tunnels is Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Not even the other Walt Disney World parks have tunnels. Nicole?
Nicole a liar?
Do you have some secrets you're hiding?
I'm
There's
going
definitely-
to Disneyland this Saturday, so tell me.
No, there's definitely tunnels in Disneyland.
Okay.
You won't go to the tunnels at Disneyland.
Why not? Is it a Club 33 thing?
No.
You're not invited. No, this is like a Club 34.
No, it's how you sort of transport around between different areas in the park. And like they're not the tunnels at Disney World are definitely like way underground tunnels that will get you places to places between different
It
areas.
sounds like a catacombs. Like what the?
Yeah, they're travel catacombs.
Yeah, but there are still like backways and passways through different areas at Disneyland as well.
Okay, so maybe not as
Like
subterranean.
it's not like as subterranean as a tunnel, but like they are still tunnels.
Do you want to fight that commenter?
I think she is
I
right now. She just
actually did comment back to that.
Did you?
On it. Yeah.
Wait, so why won't I try them? Because I won't find them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're secret.
No, they're for cast members. They're for staff.
For the employees.
Oh, that makes sense.
Give Mickey a break.
That's a podcast, you
No,
guys.
and then the other one. I am so
Oh, you want
sorry.
to
Big
bring this
Hero
up?
6 is not a Pixar movie. It's just a Disney movie. I know. I'm sorry.
That's what I figured. Like, you know this.
I know. I've been apologizing to people in
Yeah.
the comments about that as well. I'm sorry.
You didn't need to apologize.
No, that's why.
And it's called San Fran Okio, not San Fran Tokyo.
Look, it's okay to be wrong sometimes, guys. Hey, look, it's okay to have opinions. It's okay to not like things. Stop canceling everybody.
Preach it, Joe.
Stop.
Preach it, Joe.
Let people make mistakes. Let us learn in real time. Let us learn. I learned that this is mediocre at best.
The
This damn
Chizza.
Chizza. That's what I learned today.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Abhi, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Yeah.
You guys have been very kind.
Next time you're on, we'll have a much more exciting, like fun.
This was fun.
This is great.
Wait,
He also gets to take home a gallon
beautiful-
bag of Diet Coke.
It's gorgeous.
It's so weird to squeeze.
And I would like to know, because I did a lot of research, comment like the products or commercials that you think are failures or that you just think are like the best? Go both opposite ends of the spectrum.
There's a great one from the UK, I think it was, back when I was in college. It was a beer commercial, and they were using O Fortuna, that classic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Fort.
But it's like huge. Yeah.
But it was two armies of men like coming at each other in a big war over beer. It was great. You guys should check it out.
There's another commercial where there was this. I think Guinness has the tagline "Good things come to those who wait" or something.
Okay.
Because the process is just long. They had like this. They got this huge town somewhere in Europe, and they put dominoes across the entire town, and the entire clip was just that.
No.
And it was so cool. And it ended with "Good things come to those who wait" Guinness, and it's like it's such a cool thing.
Well, so we're talking about beer. What was it? The Budweiser commercial of like it brings people together.
Oh,
where
yeah.
it was like that sit down conversational.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was very well done and very thoughtfully done.
That could have been real bad.
And it could have been real bad.
Abhi, before we go,
of course.
your first podcast experience, how did it feel?
It felt great for me. I felt like I was just having fun.
Good.
And you guys tell me how I did as well.
Well, we'll have some notes, but we'll do those off screen.
I wish we could have just talked to Abhi about his experiences for the entire time. We got to have him come back.
Yep.
Please.
Thank you guys for having me on. And of course, like we said, we all make mistakes. So if I had any mistakes, then just forgive me. Forgive me right now.
Next week, we're going to be doing fictional food tier list, and it's going to be Nicole, Ash, and Kimmy, who are the new producers on the new channel that just dropped last
the
week.
new hosts of PDF Chef.
Right.
Our Kitchen Mayhem show.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be on here. We're going to do a big tier list of fictional food. It's going to be awesome.
By the time this comes out, 4 episodes will be on the channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 episodes.
Wow.
Go watch them.
So yeah.
Or listen to them, as this is a podcast, and listen to them on
Apple.
Oh.
Spotify.
And
Amazon.
Whoa.
And leave us reviews.
Leave us reviews.
Hopefully
Leave
5
us
stars.
reviews. We love you all.
Bye.
Goodbye. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We love you. Bye.
Not Maple.
No.
Well,
We have really bad tea bags.
we do have really bad tea bags.
Maybe
that
just bad tea in general.
What's a bad tea bag?
It just doesn't stay.
Well, one of the bags, like the seal isn't good, so I put it in and all the tea leaves fell out.
I once had a tea bag where I found a dead bug in the actual tea bag.
That makes sense.
Did it add to the flavor?